As you are aware from my comments from September 19th regarding the PZZ resolution that the town staff submitted to the to the board, taking a straw poll, which kind of just put me over the edge, but that's besides the point. And the minutes that you were talking about too. So what I did was I purchased Robert's Rules for Dummies. So as I was reading the book, the dummy said that it's only a guide reference book to give the person a perspective at your meetings on what is Robert's Rules of Order. It said that you needed to purchase Robert's Rules of Order 12th edition, which I did. So now that I've said this, let me just read a couple of things. Okay. Page 2, it says, when you need to make, oh, wait a minute. I am messed up. Oh, when you need to make a point in a meeting, be prepared to cite the real Robert's Rules. This is Robert's Rules of Order, newly revised 12th edition. So when you did the minutes and you said that you wanted to scale it back or whatever, like what Robert's Rules said, you needed to state what rule it was. So the rule is 48.2. So that's why I want you to know, if you're going to make rules and you're going to follow it, you should have it in your minutes or collectively from the town staff to say what rule it is. So then when I was reading it, I would like to point this out. The rules in Robert's Rules aren't set up to give one side an edge over the other. They exist to help you arrive at the true will of the assembly with due consideration for all points of view. Adding a few basic rules of procedure into your arsenal puts you more in control. Preparation helps you know when to insist on technicality and when not to worry about them. So I just want, because in my past, looking at the town council over the years since I've been here for 30 years, sometimes it's the majority thinks they can rule the minority, which can't. You all have an equal say on what the rules are for the board. Okay, so page 60. Okay, which I think is really important. It says, when you're in the chair at a meeting, your job is always maintain the appearance of impartiality. The quickest way to lose control is allow your personal agenda to control the decisions you make while presiding. You can run the organization from day to day, and you can even have an agenda, but your floor leaders have to stand on their own when you're in the chair. Otherwise, you're sunk. To ensure that you see as the leader of your group, keep these tips in mind. Well, then it just tells you what the tips are. But basically what the book says is that know your bylaws. So what I did was I printed out the bylaws and I started reading them. And I have some questions because I just think there's maybe mistakes that need to be corrected. So the first thing was all reports underneath agenda, which is on page 2, number 3. All reports, communications, ordinance, or other matters to be submitted to the council shall, at least 6 days prior to each council meeting, be delivered to the town manager, whereupon the town manager shall arrange a list of such matters according to the order of business and furnish each member of the council with a copy of the same at least 3 days prior to the council meeting. When I read that, I'm just giving this as an example. It was a diversity ordinance or resolution that you had. Now, my point is that when I was here at that meeting that night, there was a couple council people that said that they only received it on Friday. So my question is, did the town manager receive it on Friday and forward it to the councils on the Friday before the meeting? If that's the case, that's only 4 days. So I just think that if you're going to follow your own bylaws, that you should follow your bylaws and have everything dated. So this way the public can see exactly when it was received by the town manager and when it was given to the town council. Now it says special meetings may be called by the mayor, the town manager, or requested by any 2 members of the council. if, in the opinion of those members of the council, the subject matter demands immediate attention and cannot be deferred to the next regular meeting. Now, I think this is important because one of the council members here asked for a special meeting when a member of this community.
Excuse me.
Yes, you spend 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll come back, and that's another thing, too, about the 5 minutes. There's a couple of mistakes that you have in here.
Okay, thank you.
The police were on Francis Ave now, they left here, and there's a shitstorm going on right now over there, so just thought I'd let you guys know.
They took all their cars from the parking lot and parked them on the streets.